Ms. Gallina, can you press the speak button, please?
Yes. So thank you, Honourable Bass, for your introduction and your kind words. And I would say I hope you are all staying as far away from COVID as possible, because the situation is not necessarily very good at the moment. The numbers are increasing and the contagion is spreading. We have, in a sense, since the last time that we saw each other, we have one more contract, which is the Johnson & Johnson contract, and we're still negotiating for the other contracts that could come with other 3 companies. And these are, I would say, mRNA vaccines is the most innovative vaccines that we have. If all goes well, we could have, I would say, these vaccines in the portfolio too. What to say, in my view, is that as we proceed, we are starting to see that, there is a need to have a coordinated approach also to whom you will vaccinate with the vaccine. So the member states are trying to get their act together to decide. In the meantime, there is also a need to look at the logistics of the vaccines, because that is also a part when you start to see, I would say, the doses, you need to have the possibilities to put them, to stockpile them. This is very, very important part. Finally, I think that I would prefer to have questions, but I am fully aware of the issue of transparency. We have received two letters, if I am correct. We have received a letter from Honourable Canfin, who wrote for the ENVI committee. So that letter we have seen goes into the request that was, I would say, also mentioned in the in-camera discussions that we had. So you would like to have the cost structure, the production locations, the intellectual property, and the liability. And I think it's also the access to the vaccine, who has access to the vaccine. Then we also received another letter by, I would say, the Budge committee rapporteurs, who wrote to President von der Leyen, also calling for full disclosure of the contracts. That is an issue that is very well at the forefront of what we will need to tackle. You know that, in a sense, there are confidentiality clauses in the contracts, and therefore, we need to have the consent of the companies. But I think that the requests, it's in the name of transparency. We will strive to do with what we have reply to the members of parliament. So I want to mention that, because I know that this is the latest we received, I think last week, the letter Friday or Thursday. So perhaps better to have the questions. I see already in the chat people that would like to put questions, so I think it's better.